NASA satellites disappear into deep space after Mars mission. They're lost in space, we could say. This is by Bill McCullen on Express UK. Two NASA spacecraft lost after they flew past Mars will never be heard from again. These two robots have been lost for more than a month and have flown so deep into space that NASA will be unable to reach them. They're nicknamed Eve and Wall-E, and it's thought that the spacecraft are now millions of miles beyond Mars anyway. Despite losing contact with these two spacecraft, NASA still considers the mission a complete success, as they will still talk to them despite being so deep in space. The mission chief engineer Andy Flesch says the mission was always about pushing the limits of miniaturized technology and seeing just how far it could take us. We put a stake in the ground. Future CubeSats might go even farther. NASA also insisted that the mission had helped improve concepts that would allow other missions to go further deep into space. Collectively known as MARCO, M-A-R-C-O, the pair launched last year. They were purely a speculative mission to see if they were able to operate in deep space. The two followed NASA's previous Mars aircraft InSight, which touched down on the red planet around the New Year. Eve and Wall-E were used to ferry communications from InSight and help beam data back from the rover. Wall-E also sent back the first incredible images of Mars, while Eve also collected radio data. And after their work around Mars, the two spacecraft continued into deep space. The last message received from either robot was on January 4th, and NASA believes that these two are 1 million and 2 million miles from Mars. It's not known what caused the pair to have lost touch with NASA. They will continue to fly away from Earth as February goes on, which means receiving data will be even more difficult. NASA now hopes to use the technology for further projects with John Baker, MARCO program manager, including that there is a big potential, quote-unquote, in the small packages, the CubeSats, that is. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.